Hey guys, this is gonna be my review of the first Thor movie. Let's get to it. Some good things I liked in this movie was how unique Asgard looked when it was in the introduction of the film. Another thing I liked was just the overall aesthetic of Asgard and how it's like, I don't know, it's like it's space Vikings or something like that. That's the vibe I get from the movie. And then what I really liked, because I'm like a history nerd and stuff, was the overall backstory of the Frost Giants and the war Asgard had with them in the start. It really like made me lock into them explaining that, and yeah, I thought that was done really well. And another thing you see when Thor's being sworn in as the new king, you can see like Loki being jealous, like them putting a shot of Loki just being jealous. I don't know, like expressing his jealousy with his eyes. And yeah, I thought that was good how they like showed him how like he might be jealous of Thor being the favorite son and stuff like that. Yeah. Another cool thing in this movie that I really liked was when we get to see Odin come down from the Bifrost and show off his powers when helping Thor get out of the Frost Giants' land. Another couple positive things in this movie to me were the nice foreshadowing of Loki being a Frost Giant, and this is shown by him not being affected by the Frost Giant's touch, like other people were in the group fight with the Frost Giants. And another thing I really liked was them showing off the Destroyer's power when the Frost Giants infiltrate like the secret vault with all the weapons under the palace in Asgard. That was really cool, just to show off the Destroyer's power before it gets into the final fight with Thor. So that was really cool. Another thing I really liked in this movie was Tom Hiddleston's acting. I think he always does a good job, but he did a really good job playing Loki in this film. And especially in the scene where it is shown that he is the son of Laufey, the king of the Frost Giants. When Odin tells him this, he just has a really good reaction in my opinion. Another thing I liked was the humility Thor learned once he was on Earth, slowly but surely. And this is really cool to see him go from very arrogant and selfish to unselfish and caring for other people instead of himself. Another couple things I found really interesting in this movie was the tease of Hawkeye in this movie, and that he might be back for the next movie, Avengers. Another thing I found really interesting was how intelligent Loki is, like him being able to bargain with the Frost Giant King, and also being able to just cloak the Frost Giants into Asgard without Heimdall knowing, so that was really good. And then another thing I found really interesting was how Thor sacrifices himself, even when he doesn't have the powers of Thor, and he just does it as a normal person when he's fighting the Destroyer, which is really interesting. It shows how much he's grown in this short period on Earth. Thor breaking the Rainbow Bridge also shows how much he's grown, because by doing this, he won't be able to go see his love, Jane Foster, on Earth. Another amazing thing about this movie was when Odin comes in to save Loki and Thor as the Rainbow Bridge is breaking. And one final thing that was really cool to see was the end credit scene in this movie, where it's revealed that Loki did not die when he let go of Thor's hand. He actually is alive and will return in Avengers. Some of the bad things in this movie, I would say, is it's definitely too Shakespearean, and I feel like just that alone doesn't really fit into the established Marvel Universe at this time or when Thor came out. So that's one thing. Another thing I would say is I didn't really like when the taser that when they find Thor the first time, like when they crash into him after he comes out of the storm with their car, how like one of the girls tases him, and I'm like that shouldn't affect him. He's the god of thunder, but you know he should be immune to that. And then another thing I didn't like in this movie were like the sideways shots. And yeah, I feel like this movie is pretty good overall. As an MCU movie, I would say Thor is in the okay to good range. And I would also recommend it as an MCU movie. Just as a regular movie, I would say Thor is in the good range. And then I would recommend this movie for anybody who wants a good fish out of water story that is dramatic